For step 50, you'll need the door latch. Now it comes assembled together. You'll have to take the E-clip off, disassemble it, and for step 44, you'll need these following parts. Now, this part is strictly gluing, so I will do this off camera, but basically you want to sandwich the lens or the window between the frame and the top of the roof right here, and you want to glue it on. So I will glue on those windows and we'll be right back. Alright, step 44 is complete. I've got clamps on to make sure that the windows stay in place, so we will wait for the glue to dry while that happens. For step 45, you'll need these following parts. Now for these windows, you want the higher side right there facing the front, the higher side facing the front, and the lower side facing the rear. And this is the bottom of the window right here. Alright, I'm going to let this piece set and dry first before I put the outer trim on. Alright, so for this piece here, I don't know if you can see it, but you want the ones with the indentations on the bottom. So it has to face on the bottom. Now there's a spacing, there's 3 on one side and 1 on the other side. The 3 on one side goes towards the rear. Alright, the windows are attached, and that completes step 45. For step 46, you'll need the following pieces. Once again, these are items that need to be glued on, and it's easier for me to do it off of the camera. For step 47, you'll just need this following part. Now step 47 is a tough one because of the way that this piece is beveled. It doesn't exactly key in perfectly to this indentation. So you got like this gap. So they tell you to glue this piece, but the only place where you have a flat area to glue is right here. So it's kind of weird. This indentation right here is supposed to be facing the inside for the lock on the latch on the door. They tell you to put the roof onto the vehicle so that you could test this before gluing. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to forego gluing this piece right now, and I am going to move on to step 48, where we attach the roof to the rest of the body, and hopefully I'll find a way to figure out where to glue this afterwards. For step 48, you'll need 5 M2.5 by 6 button head self-tapping screws, and you'll need 4 M2.5 by 8 button head self-tapping screws. Now the 4 M2.5x8s go in the back, and the M2.5x6 go on the roof. Alright, with the rear roof attached, that completes step 48. Now for whatever reason, I do have a small gap here, and that's caused by the fit between the roof of this piece and the piece below. I can't get that piece snugly pressed in. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it. Worst comes to worst, I might either convert this to a truck version, or I'll add a small rubber or foam black trim in between these two pieces just to cover that gap up. Not sure what really went on. I don't know if I just got a badly molded roof or if this is kind of normal for this kit, but I'll probably try to find one of my friends that has the same truck and kind of compare the roofs and see what the issue is, whether it's the roof or if it's the body. I don't know yet, but anyway, that completes step 48. For step 49, you'll need these following parts. Alright, I'm going to just let this glue dry, but that pretty much completes step 49. For step 50, you'll need the door latch. Now it comes assembled together. You'll have to take the E-clip off, disassemble it, and assemble it onto the door. Alright, now it's time to put the E-clip on right here. Of course, E-clips are not that easy to put on. Sometimes they just fly all over the place, so I'm going to do this off camera. I don't want to lose this E-clip. Alright, so luckily I didn't lose my E-clip. It's on there, and the door handle or door latch for this rear works, and it's nice and snug. And that completes step 50. For step 51, you'll need these following parts. You'll need the 3 hinges and a set of screws for each one of these hinges. Now this one is the top hinge, which uses a M1.6 by 4 socket head self-tapping screw. This middle hinge right here is the M1.6x6 socket head self-tapping screw, and the bottom hinge right here uses a M1.6x3mm socket head self-tapping screw. Unfortunately, this spun around on me and I scratched up my paint job here, so I'll have to do some touch-up paint on that one. I'm bummed out about that, but it's okay. Oh, that's what Alright, we've got our hinges on, and that completes step 51. For step 52, you'll need two 1.6x3mm screws and four 1.6x4mm socket head self-tapping screws. Now the M1.6x3 are the bottom ones. The top and the middle ones are M1.6x4s. And that completes step 52. For step 53, you'll need two M2.5x6 button head self-tapping screws and four M2.5x8 button head self-tapping screws. These are the M2.5x6s in the back here. And that completes step 53. For step 54, you'll need these following parts. We're going to let the glue dry and we'll be right back. And that completes step 54. For step 55, you just need styrene glue to add this to the rest of the body. For step 55, I ended up not using the glue on this frontal window piece. Basically, you just need to wedge it underneath the roof here, press up, and then snap in the bottom. Alright, for the final step of this build, you'll need 4 of these M2.5x6 button head screws. Alright, so we're ready to put the body on the chassis. Basically, for this body, you want to line up these 3 holes in the bottom of the body in the rear to the chassis bumper. Kind of line that up right there. I'm having a little trouble getting this one lined up. Looks like I'm gonna have to work out some of this fitment. Adjust the hinges a little bit, maybe the roof. But with these screws in, the body is now on, and that completes the last step of this build. Of course, there's still a few adjustments to make. Most of these door issues are being caused by this roof. I'm having a little bit of a problem with this roof right now. It's squeezing the body in a way where it's not letting the doors close fully, and I also have that gap here still. So gotta figure out what's going on with that. But that is the completion of this Gelande II RC4 wheel drive D90 build.